Honestly, I was on a train not that long ago, right? And this guy, right? Honestly, I had to move.
Hello. Right, boys. Joe's here. What time it is? It's podcast time.
It's
podcast time.
That video of me with the cards.
Oh, yeah, the Arsenal cards. Yeah, I felt like I'd done a good thing then.
How happy did I look? I was genuinely happy anyway.
Yeah.
I watched the video back and I was like, I can't believe actually how happy I was. Yeah, genuine joy, like a child on Christmas Day.
You were like a child. I look like I've got some kind of pink jaundice. That's that sign, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I look, so you look a bit pink and I look a little bit green.
Look at the AZMN flashing around in the background.
That is good.
And your screen, that little dot.
That is good.
It's based off of the, do you remember the old DVD?
Yeah.
So, anyone that wants to actually sit and watch it, it will eventually hit the corner.
Yeah, that's it doesn't, and then it only hits the corner once, right?
Yeah, you have to watch this for a while before this hits the corner.
Right, okay, but that's boring.
That video is about 10 hours long, just so you know.
What was you talking about earlier, Joe?
What?
You sent me an email, something about money.
Money?
Patreon. You
I've got all the details. We'll do that in the show. I've got everything written down. I've been given scripts.
Because all that I read was like revenue. And I was
revenue. Yeah.
I was like, excellent. Shut the door, Joe.
Okay.
Back in the closet.
Tell me when you are ready. I'm going to go to
we haven't even started the podcast and the gay jokes have already started. Bloody hell.
Listen, it's a small room, so I said it. Yeah, my fly's open.
That's for Patreon. Right, okay. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe, ready?
Yep.
Scott with the clapper. Welcome to the A to Z of Men. It's the letter T. It's Chris.
It's Scott.
And we're here for the next... Joe. Chris.
Scott.
And Joe.
Here he is. And we're here for the next however long we do this for, because we never know.
You never know.
And we're going to discuss the letter T on the A to Z of Men. A couple of bits of news.
Admin.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to spend a lot of time at the beginning of the podcast talking about how our week's been, which I know is sad.
Yeah, I'm saddened by this.
Yeah.
Because we had... I've got a few emails where people have said, listen, my commute's not that long. I really, really love the podcast. But, basically, get the tits out. Get it.
Forget the foreplay, straight to the fucking.
Straight to the fucking.
Yeah.
We just want to get the letter. Yeah. Then they want the silly game at the end. And then that's
which is fine. So what we've decided to do is, and we talked before about doing Patreon. Yes. And we talked about the fact that we could use Patreon to help us do a live episode at some point, because we don't necessarily need to take the money out of Patreon because we've got jobs and that.
Yeah, jobs and that. Doing all right.
He hasn't
doing all right.
I'm sorting him out. It's fine. But we thought, well, actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we do the bit where we talk about how our week's been?
Because some people do like it, Darren.
Some people do like it. Some people will pay. Not great money.
Some people pay good, hard-earned cash.
So what we're doing is we've set up the Patreon, and if you want to hear that bit of the podcast, it is there on the Patreon, and it's pennies, and that will help us if we do decide to do a live episode at somewhere along the line. We'd have the funds to get that sorted out. That's the idea. So please don't feel like we're taking anything away from you. It's just that we want the podcast to be a little bit more succinct, and the letter
into the gravy.
Get into the gravy.
Yeah.
And then if we do, once you're back touring again with 5, we can do all the catch up with Scots and everything like that. We'll do through the Patreon account.
Yes.
So the A to Z of Men will be the A to Z of Men.
To Z.
Exactly that. On that note, if you want to help us, and Patreon is a struggle, that's not a problem. We don't want you to feel you have to do it. It's only if you want to do it, and if you want to help us on, trying to get a live show.
If you want to do it's the YouTube.
Yeah.
Can't see what I'm doing.
He's doing the money thing.
Yeah.
He's making it rain on YouTube. So that should be on Patreon.
Will be.
The one thing I've noticed that we really struggle with, and me and Joe were talking about this during the week, we're getting the numbers now that should mean we're in the charts.
Yeah.
We're getting amazing amounts of downloads, so thank you so much for that. But what we really, really need is these subscriptions on YouTube. and the reviews on iTunes. Spotify as well, but iTunes seems to be... It's not just the amount of people that listen to your podcast, which it should be. It's to do with how many people react to your podcast, how many people send some reviews. So this week, if I could ask you, just if you could go onto iTunes and just submit a review on iTunes, on a good review, 5 stars, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
The guys used to do a really good show down there. They're selling half of it on Patreon. It's awful.
Wankers.
But if you could leave a nice review on iTunes, and Spotify will help, but iTunes definitely. It just helps us get back into the charts, because we're there sometimes and then we're not there and then we are there, and then somebody leaves a review and we go to like 120.
Well, what I've noticed is when you go on a holiday, for example...
Yeah.
And you have the best time ever.
Yeah.
Very, very rare do you go on TripAdvisor, for example,
100%, yeah.
and go, oh my God, this hotel is the best, you should go there.
Yeah.
But you do have a bad time and you go, it was shit, someone shit in the pool.
Bird shit on my towels.
Yeah. So, if you are listening to this podcast now, on the train, say, and you go quite a lot and you love it.
Yeah.
We don't know unless you write something about it. We appreciate you laughing on the train. You look mental, by the way.
Yeah.
But just go on, write a review, and just go, these guys are funny. Laugh out loud. Send that to my wife, so she knows I'm funny. Send that to my kids who don't think I'm funny.
Yeah, and my boss at the radio.
Doesn't think you're funny. What? Oh,
no, it's not happened.
I wasn't going to mention that.
It's not happened. Okay, so that's the plea today. If you could subscribe on YouTube, but the big one I want to take away from this is iTunes reviews. We really need some iTunes reviews. Whichever country you're in, just get a review on iTunes. That would really help us a great deal. Right.
Do you know what I'm a bit worried about?
Go on.
If this fits in the podcast now, it was longer than us talking about it.
Yeah, but that's fine. I don't think the length of the podcast has to be. I think if we've got somebody...
Has Joe cut this out, or is this still in? I don't know. This
will be in the main podcast. I think I think it's more to do with the fact that if you're not a radio fan, or if you're not a Five fan, and you like the podcast because Chris and Scott do the podcast, that's brilliant. And that's the podcast for you. If you want all the Five news or how's, the radio thing going or whatever, then you've got that Patreon that you can go and get as well. That's all it is. So it doesn't affect the same length of podcast, and it doesn't affect the bonus thing we do on a Thursday.
Okay.
It's just Scott's feet, basically.
No, I've just got a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Because, my brain doesn't work as well as yours. So... when do I get to talk about my week? Like, when am I doing that?
We'll do that in a minute, and it will be on Patreon.
And so if they want to hear that, they have to go to Patreon. Where do they go how do they do that?
So that is on A to Z of Men Pod. Go to Patreon and go to A to Z of Men Pod, and you will find us on there, and then you can find out all about our week. Meanwhile, for you guys on the pod, let's crack into the letter T. Welcome back, A to Z of Men, and it's the letter T. As you know, or you might not know, this might be the first time you might have stumbled across the podcast and thought, this looks fun. It is fun.
It's
correct.
Really good. It's
correct
really good.
choice. We've got 4 seasons to go back to, so help yourself to those. But it's basically every episode we pick a word that begins with the letter that we're on, today T, and we talk about that word from a man's point of view, or from our point of view.
Yeah, from our point of view.
And we used to choose the words ourselves, and now our wives, Karen
and Kerry,
choose the words, and then we don't know the words.
Is it out of laziness from our point, or is it because we know that they're just better people with better minds? I think it's
because we were avoiding subjects. We've talked about everything now. This season, we've pretty much, we've gone from talking about Watford and Arsenal and sport last week. We've talked about baby loss. We've talked about... we talked about everything because we're not choosing the words.
But our wives have surprised us, because when, it was kind of a drunken thing, wasn't it, around my house, and you had the idea, and I was like, Chris, this is a bad idea, they're going to crucify us.
I had the idea out loud.
Yeah, out loud in front of the wives. And I was like, this is a bad idea, they're going to crucify us every week. But they haven't. They've been really easy on us, and I think they've brought out the difficult things that we were avoiding. Yeah. So where we would lean more towards funny, because men don't talk and all that, even though we had those elements where mental health was always mental health, but some of the words that they've come up with when we think they're going to go, oh, go on, tits, and they haven't, they've gone somewhere deeper.
Decent deeper. Yeah, so you were saying about how we make a joke of everything.
Yeah. What they've done is they've sort of challenged us a little bit.
Yeah.
And we don't, if you've never heard us before, we don't know the word before. I actually tried to trick Kerry this morning into...
What, for the letter T?
Yeah, I said to her, so doing the letter T. And I said, do you remember what it is? I thought like she might blurt it out.
Yeah.
And
of course I do. It's Tetley tea.
Yeah, and she went, I think it's going to be
tea.
all about tea, as in the
drink.
The drink that is beautiful. But yeah, I tried to trick her and she was having none of it.
I think it might be tits, but then we did do breasts and bums, didn't we, or something?
Yeah, because that was a trick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It could be...
Tactfulness?
No, see... I think they've done some serious ones. I think this one might be a funny one. It could be...
Well, we did sport last week. That wasn't a serious one.
No, we did.
But last week wasn't planned at all.
Last week wasn't planned. No, that's true.
No, they dropped the ball on that one, didn't they?
I really enjoyed listening to last week's podcast. I thought it was one of the best we've ever done.
Oh, Joe, it was brilliant what you done.
You didn't even hear it?
No. You know when we done that party thing?
Yeah.
And then you actually like put the party noises going. Genius, absolute genius. When I listened to it, I was like, "Oh, you put the work in."
You didn't hear it?
I didn't hear it. No. I'll go
it's
back
not. It's even got the harp bit at the beginning where you go. As you
I just did that a second ago.
Yeah, it's got all that in it. Okay, letter T. Joe Kinch is our producer, and he will pop into the A2ZMN studio any second now with the word for us to learn what we're going to be talking about for the next however long we're going to be doing this for.
Okie dokie.
Here he comes. Mind all the wires, Joe, because it's very wiry in here today. There's a lot of wires in here today.
There are wires in his way.
One for you.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Tea time.
Tea time.
Well, so it's not tea.
No.
Oh, we're going to get a piece of paper in a minute.
We're going to get a bit.
Is it tea time as in what we're eating for what we have for dinner, or who cooks in the house, or is it actually to do with the beautiful drink that is tea? What do you think?
Do you know, hang on. Do you know what? You give him the paper every week because he can read.
Because I can read, yeah.
And you don't think that offends me?
We're playing to the strengths.
Do you know what it is, Scott? It's saving the trees.
When we need to find harmonies for Correspondence of the Week jingles, we come to you. When it's because you read this out, they come to me.
You come to you. I think it's going to be a mixture of both. I think we can talk about tea and we can also talk about food.
Point 1, the meal, unless you call it dinner. Did you know that being an adult would involve deciding what's for tea every single day?
As an adult.
First of all, let's start the meal, unless you call it dinner. What tea time to me, and I did come from, I think my family might have been quite posh, because we had supper in the evening.
Right, no, so my family wasn't posh. But so you had breakfast, lunch, Then so you had breakfast, lunch, then you had dinner, and then you had supper. So supper.
Sorry, that's 4 meals a day.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then you would have the thing you'd have at late at night, like a snack. That would be your supper.
Snack, yeah. Okay.
But that was always called supper.
But that's not like a shepherd's pie.
No, dinner would be your version of supper.
Okay, yeah. So we had breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I think we might have called the daytime one. And then tea time would be when I come home from school and there might be like some biscuits and an orange or something just to keep me going till supper.
Yeah, no, see, I don't like...
But I don't call it supper now, I call it dinner. I probably from living with Karen and my kids and how they call it, is we have breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner?
Yeah, breakfast, lunch and then dinner in the evening. And then anything after that, it's just snacks.
But so I don't snack, right? But so I normally skip breakfast. I don't do breakfast.
Yeah.
So I normally have either one meal a day, I just have dinner, or of late I've been having lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
So I only have 2 meals a day. But I would say mainly for a massive portion of my life, 1 meal a day. And that's my dinner. Because the way I work is... Then that dinner can be pretty much anything. Like, it doesn't matter how big it is.
So do you still do the fasting then?
No, not completely. So as in true fasting is obviously you can't have anything other than water. You can have hot water, you can have like green teas and stuff like that, but like you couldn't have any milk in your tea, you couldn't have any sugar or anything.
Yeah.
So, for example, on a normal day, I would wake up and have first cup of tea, followed by the second cup of tea, followed by the third, very quick succession, blah, blah, blah. And then I wouldn't have anything until dinner time. Now, dinner time in our house is around between 5 and 6.
Okay.
So that's dinner time. But of late, I've been getting hungry a little bit. I've been getting hungry in the evening. So I would have like a bowl of cereal or something before I go to bed, or a bowl of soup. So that would be what I would have called supper, even if it was cereal.
So that's 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Champions League's just finished, and you're just a bit peckish.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I don't. I sometimes I snack on like biscuits, cheese and biscuits, something like that. Maybe.
But you're a weird character.
Why?
Because you go through these fads of but some of them are health fads. Like you'll go, I know I'm gluten intolerant.
Yeah.
And
no, not gluten intolerant, gluten free.
No. But you go, I've had a bad belly.
But it did that when I wasn't eating gluten, and it does clear. You can have transient stuff. So if you've got, when I was lactose intolerant, it was only for Dr. Alex told me it was only for a certain amount of time.
How can that doesn't make sense to me?
Something. Karen had it when she came back from France. She couldn't take gluten for she stopped for about 3 months and then went back to it, and she was absolutely fine. It can come in waves,
but.
Gluten, I don't think I was gluten intolerant, but when I was trying to be less podgy and just to tone up a little bit, taking gluten out of my diet, it was psychological because it wasn't just the bread. I also wasn't eating biscuits and cakes and blah, 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 because they had gluten in them. And if you go and find a gluten-free cake, it's not quite the same.
Not as good.
I was naturally eating less shit because I wasn't eating gluten.
You should never eat shit, really.
No, I know.
It's not good for your guts.
And you don't know whether it's got gluten in it.
No.
Unless you ask them what they've had for dinner in the last, 2-3 days, depending on how healthy they are.
Yeah. But no, so I see you go through, you go through like stages of like, you'll snack and then you'll go, I'm not snacking. But like, I'm so regimented with my food.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little bit mental when it comes to things. So I haven't eaten a biscuit, a cake, a chocolate, and ice cream for about 7 years now. That's because I feel that if I have a cake, I'll have 27 cakes. But I hadn't eaten. People laugh at me when I say this. I hadn't eaten bread for about 3-4 years. But and when I say bread, I mean physical white bread.
Yeah, like you'd had a pizza.
Yeah, I had a pizza, even a bread roll. But I was missing. I'm just going to sound mental. I was missing beans on toast so much.
Yeah.
The only thing, out of all the biscuits, all the things that I've cut out of my diet to be more healthy, and to not be a fat pop star, was I was missing the bread. But I thought, if I eat it, I'm going to go back to it. Because I was probably having about between 8 and 10 slices of bread a day. Because that'd be 4 slices of bread for beans on toast, 4 in the evening for my soup, and then occasionally I'd have like 2 bits of toast in the morning or whatever. So that's a lot of bread to not be eating.
For a human.
Yeah. But I had beans on toast last week. By fuck, it was good.
Yeah, I had beans on toast today with cheese.
Do you know, but it's such a good meal. I don't care what anyone says.
Very filling.
So I have 4 slices of bread.
Yeah.
Can we talk about beans on toast for a second?
I had it today with 2 slices of bread, but thick doorstop bread.
Yeah.
2 slices, beans on. I do it slightly different to you. I cook the beans, then I sprinkled the cheese on. I didn't use the grated cheese you buy in the supermarket because it's not very nice. I actually got a proper lump of cheese and grated it on myself. It was beautiful.
No, what are you talking about?
Well, you can buy cheese in a packet that's already grated.
No,
it's horrible.
It's dusty.
It's exactly the word.
It's dusty.
It's dusty. And and we'll always buy the low fat one. It's like, if I'm going to eat cheese, I might as well eat cheese.
No.
If I'm not going to eat cheese, if I need low fat cheese, I'll just
get some proper Cathedral City.
I had some nice cheddar cheese that I had in a pack from Christmas, loads of different cheeses, and I grated some of that on the beans on toast with this big, thick doorstep white bread.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. So you do it differently, don't you?
Yeah, no, because so this is my question, right? So it's called beans on toast.
Yes.
Right? But I don't put my beans on my toast. I have beans with toast.
Okay.
Right? But obviously I call it beans on toast. And this is the only way to eat it, and I believe.
I've had it this way. You've cooked me this, and it is lovely.
Yeah. So whether it's 2 slices or 4 slices doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
For me, 4 slices cut into triangles, because if you're cutting your fucking bread in the middle like a fucking heathen, it has to be in a triangle.
Okay.
Right? It has to be like horizontal.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got, what would you call them? Like a triangle.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. So you split it. So you've got a hole in the middle, a perfect square in the middle. You put your beans
in the middle.
Cheese on top of the beans.
Yeah.
Cracked pepper. Yes, please. Just keep on cracking it. Crack it. And then the way I like to eat it, which is, yet again, the only way, is, so then you only need a fork now. Fork, pick up the bit of bread, on the corner, eat it. On the corner, eat it. On the corner.
What's on the corner? You're picking the beans up and shoveling them onto the bread?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just put the beans on the bread in the first place?
What do you mean?
Well, if you've got to shovel the beans on...
No, because you're going on the bread, in the mouth. On the bread, in the mouth, right? And then you haven't got... If you're putting... Which I used to do as a kid.
You should have seen mine earlier. It was beautiful.
No.
The beans were there. The cheese was melting on the top.
But are you telling me you're buttering your... You talk me through what you did today.
I am toasting the bread.
Well, yeah, you're having toast.
Yes, I'm having toast. Well, you said to take me through the bread.
I'm getting up in the morning, I'm putting my socks up.
Yeah, so I toast the bread, and then I butter the bread.
Yep.
And then...
What's your butter of choice, by the way?
Either Lurpak.
Ooh, someone's doing well.
Some Lurpak. Sometimes better call if Dr. Alex has got me here. Oh, just try the old cholesterol.
See, I like clover, and people laugh at me.
Clover works.
But it's not butter, is it?
No.
But he's good.
But I do like Lurpak.
Yeah, Lurpak.
So a bit of butter on there, that's nice. Beans... If I've got time, I'll do it in the saucepan. If not, I'll take a plastic pack out and do it in the microwave.
Are you putting a tiny bit of butter in there?
No, not haven't done.
Right,
I should try that.
You're already doing that wrong.
But a lot of the time, rushing is the little microwave pots.
Yeah. No,
they
work.
It's literally
how long are you putting that bad boy in there?
1 minute, 1.5 minutes.
Oh, hang on, you must only have half a tin of beans then.
No, it's a little pot. They're tiny pots.
Oh my God, do you mean them? Do you mean
the
them
plastic pots that you buy? They come in 4s.
I would need 4 of them. I've had them. I would need 4 of them.
Okay, so I don't. I need 1. So I put that in, maybe 2 minutes. I put that in so they're really hot so the cheese properly melts. Then I take that out of the microwave. They've got a lot of bean juice that doesn't need to be in there. Pour that down the sink.
There never used to be that way.
No, there's a lot more bean juice in there. So I take the bean juice out, sprinkle the beans on the... Not sprinkle, pour the beans on the toast to cover the toast.
On the toast?
Yeah, on the toast.
You've not cut the toast?
No, I don't.
It's just
toast and
solid,
beans.
It's
two solid slices of toast, thick, with beans covering them all, and then I grate the cheese all over it, and then the cheese melts into the beans, and then I knife and fork that into my mouth.
Right, yeah, but
I literally had it about an hour ago.
No, but
I wish you were there.
You're making me so fucking hungry.
I go through phases.
What's your situation, Joe?
What, for beans on toast?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm really old school. I don't like cheese on my beans.
No.
I don't even
know who you are anymore.
Fuck off.
Even if I have a jack of potato, I only have beans. I don't like cheese.
Oh God! Fuck! We need a new producer. We need a new producer who's not mental.
I am actually lactose tolerant.
You're like toast.
Actually,
did you say toast intolerant?
So I can't really have cheese anyway.
Lactose intolerant.
That's very good. That's very good.
No, I gotta say,
get that up. I'm here every week.
I got these magic pills.
Yeah.
It's like lactate or something. You take like 4 of them when you have cheese, and you can eat cheese. It's great. But
okay, right, you digress. Talk me through your beans on toast.
But what I was saying is I go through phases, so I won't have it for like 6 months, and then I'll discover it and be like, this is the best fucking thing on the planet. Then I'll have it non-stop for the next 2 weeks.
I do that.
And then not have it again.
That's my life.
Okay, but can you talk me through the process of how you're having your toast with your beans?
Well, toast in the toaster.
Yeah. No, you put bread in the toaster.
Fuck's sake!
I'm just making a point that you don't.
I can't believe I even said that.
You don't put toast in the toaster.
Well, yeah. Bread in the toaster. Toast comes out the toaster. I like a lot of butter on my toast. It's got to be nice and buttery.
Right.
Beans in the microwave. Yeah. Then halfway through my bean cooking process, I take the beans out.
Yeah.
And I put some Worcester sauce in.
Yeah, no, I'm not against this. Yeah, go on.
Give it a little stir again. Put them back in the microwave, and then put it on the toast.
So are you cutting the toast?
Depends if I can be asked, if I'm honest. If I cut it though, I'm normally a councillor steak cutter. So it's normally, if I have a sandwich...
Not down the middle, please turn
it goes down the middle. But if I do beans on toast, I'll cut it diagonally. I don't know why.
Isn't that weird?
Only for beans on toast.
Well, no. So I've got, I'm a little bit. Boy, I don't know what it is.
Mental.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
It's going to be mental.
No. But so oh God, this is going to be a long podcast. I can tell.
Right. Well, considering we're only on beans on toast out of all the dinners there are.
But you got like let's say like a normal, just so you can visualise the bread that I'm talking about. Let's say Kingsmill. There are other brands available. Yeah. But let's say Kingsmill. It's got like a domed top, and then but it's longer. It's not exactly square, is it? It's longer than it is wide.
It's more rectangle than square.
Yeah, exactly right. So there's certain people, right? If you cut it from the domed bit, so it's a long ways. You cut it down like that, you're fucking mental, right? You've been. No, hurt.
I have it landscape.
You've been hurt as a child. Like if you cut it.
Wow.
If you cut it down that way, right? If you cut it the other way, so like width ways, you're fucking mental, because that's even more fucked up, right? If you cut it into soldiers, grow the fuck up.
Oh, I did that with boiled eggs.
Dippy eggs. Dippy eggs and soldiers.
Because there's a method to that, isn't there? Because I need to dip it in the egg.
Yeah, but that's the only time this acceptable.
Yeah, with Marmite soldiers, that is grown up.
Right.
No, having eggs with Marmite soldiers is proper grown up.
Proper grown up.
Yeah.
But... And then you can also spoil it if you so if you cut it slightly off fucking centre as well. Then you're a narcissist, basically, right? But the only correct way, in my opinion, and that other opinions do count, but they're wrong, is to cut it into triangles.
Can I just say something? It's probably going to upset you.
Yeah, well, okay, don't say it.
I don't give a fuck. I'm just hungry and I just want to eat. No, but sometimes I literally don't care.
No, in the same place.
The food should be presentable, and like I just think like. You can ruin a meal by
cutting your bread wrong.
No, like by whacking it on a plate. Like, it's got,
of course.
Yeah, but like
it's got to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, but it doesn't look pleasing, does it? Like that. Like mine's a work of art. Like it's a work of art. Like,
and then you eat it, and it's gone.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
soggy bread.
No, it's not soggy. My beans on toast today did not have soggy bread. Right, it wasn't soggy. Just remind me in a minute, because I don't want to move off the beans yet. Just remind me Yorkshire puddings. Yorkshire puddings, right? Right. So, are we talking about all foods? Because I've got
no. I know. Yeah, we are. Well, listen. We are. We're going to get to it. But a couple of things. Yeah. If you've never had this, and I think I've made this for you, and you did love it. If you've never had this, do try it. Cheese on toast.
Yeah.
With beans on top.
Yeah, I've done that. I've had that. I make the cheese on toast like I normally would. Yeah. And then I put beans on top. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that.
Now, so that's the only way. So I would put the beans on top of that.
Yeah.
And you say, well, you're a hypocrite. I'm not. because the cheese protects the bread.
Right.
The cheese protects
the barrier.
It is. It's a barrier, so it doesn't go soggy. So the bread doesn't go soggy because the bean. That is brilliant. But that's the only time
Was it you that made me a cheese and beans Breville once?
Yeah.
Now that was special.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it was hotter than the sun inside it. When I bit into it, literally, literally...
Cheese and bean Brevilles.
Yeah, that was pretty special.
What's a Breville?
It's a toaster machine, like a toasting machine.
I've done that, they're good.
It automatically cuts your bread the right way, according to Scott.
Exactly. A Breville cuts exactly how you should.
My one, the bread never fit in it properly.
Yeah, no, and that's the problem with toasters and Brevilles nowadays, is they don't account for the fact that the bread's actually got bigger and better.
Yeah, but...
My bread doesn't fit in my toaster the proper way around. I have to toast it
and then turn it around.
And then toast it the other side.
But surely people that are screaming at their phone now, going Scott's wrong. Any time you buy a sandwich from a shop, how's it cut?
Yeah, it's cut. It's diagonally. Yeah,
because that's the only way to cut a sandwich.
It is. It's more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, it does.
What I'm saying is, when I'm hungry, I don't care.
Do you know what else I think it is when you're diagonally cutting? If you think about the sandwich that you're eating, the pointy bit, it's easy to get to.
No, but hang on. Because also, if you're eating a sandwich...
God, I'm not eating it wrong as well as making it wrong.
No. So if you've got a triangle sandwich...
Yeah,
right,
I'd go for the thinnest bit. Because it's easy to put in my mouth.
Yeah, the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 100%.
But that's why I thought they were cut diagonally in the first place.
But that's the only way. Like,
what, you don't chomp in the middle?
Have you ever seen anyone do that? I honestly, I was on a train not that long ago, right? And this fucking guy, right? Honestly, I had to move. He had a triangle sandwich. He had a triangle sandwich.
I had to move.
No, I did. I moved all my stuff. I had suitcases and everything. He bit the fucking middle, so he put his face. And then he had a beard as well, right? So all of you know what he was eating? I mean, one, he was a prick anyway, because he was eating an egg mayonnaise sandwich on a packed fucking train to Newcastle.
Not good. Read the room.
Yeah.
Read the room.
But he put his face he bit in the middle.
That's wrong.
So now he's just got...
No. So if he had a Domino's, he'd pick up a slice of pizza and turn it to the side and take a chunk out the middle bit.
Yeah.
Because why would you do that?
I know we keep on flip-flapping, but people that fold their pizza need to fuck off.
Or buy a calzone.
Yeah, like...
Buy a calzone if you're going to do
All
that.
New Yorkers just got offended in 30 seconds.
No, I don't understand.
It's culture, Scott!
No, you can't...
No, but you could
Do you know how big the pizza slices are?
Yes, but you can't pick up a fucking pizza and fold it like you're doing a roll-up and start eating it. It's fucking wrong.
I'm talking about when you just sort of bend it in your hand. It's not properly folded.
No. Where you curl it? Where you curl...
No.
That's not a problem.
If you're... you're getting a proper New York slice, then of course you have to sort of curve it.
To get it in your mouth.
To curve it slightly. But they're psychopaths that fold it.
That's creating a sandwich, which is basically a calzone.
Yeah.
Which you can just buy a calzone.
Buy a calzone, yeah.
Yeah, this is good. This is very good.
Scott, wait till you learn what pizza rolls are.
No, I've seen them. I have seen them, but they're annoying as well.
Yeah, but they're not, because that might be what somebody wants. So buy one of them if you want one of them. But if you buy a pizza, eat it like the rest of us do. Don't eat it wrong.
But what about knife and fork then?
Right.
What, with a pizza?
Yeah.
No.
Right, no. So this is the thing, right? So yet again, I'm a walking contradiction, because so if I'm in a restaurant and I have a pizza.
Yeah, I'd use a knife and fork.
I use a knife and fork.
Yeah, no, I would, yeah.
If I've ordered a pizza like from Domino's or wherever, Pizza Hut, there's others, I'd eat that slice by slice.
Yes.
But you've had one of my homemade pizzas.
Yes.
I'm waiting for it. One second. What?
No, they are amazing. My
homemade pizzas, I will only, because I like a sloppy pizza, right? So I will only use a knife and fork. I'm having homemade pizza tonight, and it's a knife and fork job. And I use stone bake.
See, I agree. If I'm in a restaurant, like a Pizza Express, I'll eat it with a knife and fork. It doesn't feel right, but it does work. It takes longer to eat it as well, so that's good. But if I was eating a pizza at home watching the football, I would just use my hands,
I have
dip into the garlic dip.
Yeah, but I have noticed that restaurants are doing less now. They bring you over a pizza and a cutter, and you have to fucking cut it yourself. They're not even cutting it for you now.
Yeah.
They're not putting it into slices.
Did you know that being an adult would involve deciding what's for tea every single day? It is hard, isn't it? Because you do go through, like, when Joe said it, he'd try beans on toast and he'd go, that was easy, I'll just have that every day. Do you remember when I ate mackerel and toast every day?
Oh, fucking do I remember. Oh, God.
You still smell it?
Well, read the room, as you've just said. Like,
I got everybody in the radio station doing it. So Connor was doing it.
It was awful.
Everyone was doing it.
It was fucking... Like,
so good for you. That omega-3 oil,
I know,
mate,
but you would
so good for you.
I'd walk into the studio and it just stunk.
I think, and I wonder whether this has come up for this reason, because Karen thinks I've got a weird association with food. So I think I've got not a food phobia like you used to have. I don't think it's that, but I will pick up on something somebody will say about a food. It's probably to do with the health anxiety. It's probably some deep thing in my brain. But I'm really weird with food. And when you mentioned the gluten-free and the lactose-free, if I think that's what's wrong with me, I will just cut it out. Like you do, I'll just go, I don't eat gluten anymore. And I worry about if I have a bar of chocolate, I think, oh, God, I'm going to put on so much weight. I really worry about that, and I shouldn't do. I should have a better relationship with food.
I should, because as I say, for 7 years, I've cut it all out. And Kerry keeps on saying to me, you've got such good willpower. You've proved how good your willpower is because you've not eaten that for 7 years. I'm like, one of my favourite things is Monster Munch. I fucking love them.
Yeah.
Or a Terry's Chocolate Orange. Like I love them, but I've not added it for 7 years. My argument is, if I have a packet of crisps, if I have some Monster Munch, I can smell them. If I have some Monster Munch, I'll just have them every day.
Right.
And she's saying you won't.
The problem, what you're doing there, and I've heard you say this twice now. If you tell yourself now that if I have a packet of Monster Munch, I'm going to have 7 bags of it, that's what will happen, because it will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. You can have a bag of Monster Munch and not have another.
Don't tell me that, because I will go to the fucking petrol station on the way home and I'll have...
No, but if you did buy 1 bag of Monster Munch on your way home and you didn't have another 6 bags, you wouldn't eat another 6 bags. You'd have 1 bag of Monster Munch.
No, but the way my mind works is, once I've broke that...
No, but you're telling yourself this.
No, but once I've broke... Like a guy that's a recovering alcoholic says to himself, no, I can't have 1 beer. I can't do that.
Yeah, I get that.
So for me, 1 bag would turn into another bag next week, and then it would turn into I have Monster Munch on Tuesdays. No, it would. No, I'm telling you, I know my own brain. It would be, that's what I do on Tuesdays. And then it would be I can probably do it Tuesdays and Thursdays. I've told you about this thing that I've done with beer.
Yeah. I remember that.
I would drive into the petrol station.
And your brain would automatically... that's what I was saying.
But I would drive in there and go, why am I here? Oh, it's Friday, I drink beer.
But that's the learned behaviour. That's exactly what that is. It's the same as if you keep telling yourself, if I have a bag of Monster Munch, I'm going to have 7 bags. It's the same thing as if you tell yourself, on a Friday every day, I'm going to drive into the petrol station and have a beer. You'll be able to do it without even thinking about it. And that's because you've told yourself that if you had a bag of Monster Munch, you'll definitely have another 7 bags. There is a world where you can have 1 bag of Monster Munch and not have another 7 bags.
Well, I've kind of proved that to myself a little bit, because I had the beans on toast. So I've done it twice now. So I've had the beans on toast. I'm now not having it every day. It's not because I know that I can go without it, because I went without it for 4 years. So I'm glad that I've done that, and eventually I will. Because I don't want to never experience having an ice cream again. But I'm so weird. I feel if I have a bag of Monster Munch, and this is going to sound crazy to anyone, I feel like I've let myself down. Because then I can't say, I haven't done that for 7 years.
So you have the same issue as I do with the relationship towards food. That's exactly what Karen says to me.
I don't want to let myself down.
Yeah, because you're looking at the last 7 years of not having Monster Munch.
It's an achievement.
Well, it is an achievement, and it's still an achievement if you had a bag of Monster Munch today and you haven't had a bag for 7 years. That's still an achievement. But if you could have a bag of Monster Munch, not on Tuesday, not Monster Munch Tuesdays, if you had a bag of Monster Munch any time, you were in Sainsbury's and went, I can just feel the pickled onion. I can taste it.
But isn't it mental? I hate pickled. I don't like onions.
I don't like pickled onions either, but I like Monster Munch.
I don't like onion. I don't like the smell of pickled onions. Yeah. But pickled onion Monster Munch,
incredible. But wouldn't it be amazing if you could walk into doing your weekly shop and then you went, I'm going to buy myself a bag of them for the way home.
No, but you know what? I want them so badly now. You've not. It's like.
And also, if you got a bag on the way home. And
Joe, should we get a bag on the way home?
Listen, hear me out. If you got a bag on the way home, and instead of going and doing the bag and going, oh my God, that was amazing, start licking your hands like some kind of fucking Monster Munch junkie. Is it a monster? Is it a monster, or is it the foot? It's the foot.
But if you turn it around, it looks like the monster.
It's the foot. I think it's the foot. If you took one out and then took off one of its these little toes, and then you got the ring bit, and then do the ring, and just make.
I think it's a monster.
However, you're changing the subject.
No, I'm just saying if you turn it up the other way,
it could be a monster.
It's a monster with loads of
fingers.
No, with feet.
Feet, right? So if you pick up your monster and took off each foot nicely, that's how you eat your Monster Munch. And then you got
answers on the email.
Let me finish.
What is it? Well, what is it? Is it the monster, or is it the feet? Go.
If you eat it nicely and take your time eating it and enjoy it, you'll be satisfied afterwards. But if you just eat them really quickly, go, oh God, I've had one for 7 years, and just like fucking tip the whole lot down your throat.
But so
you need to enjoy it.
Yeah, I would enjoy it too much because Haagen-Dazs cookie dough or the Ben and Jerry's cookie dough.
Yeah.
Fucking sensational, so good, award winning, amazing, right? There's, I think, in a tub of like if you have the whole tub, which I would. I think
because you're telling yourself.
Yeah, no, I think it's 2,500 calories.
Yeah, it's either daily allowance.
It's either 2,000 calories or 2,500. Right, and you can find out. It's that many calories, right?
Yeah.
I used to have the whole tub. So that is your daily intake for a man.
Of shit calories.
Of shit calories. So, and when I'm trying to not look fat on stage.
Yeah, that won't help.
It's not going to help, is it? So,
especially if you're on stage with a tub of Haagen-Dazs with Monster Munch coming out your pockets.
And so Sean from Five, hello Sean, he laughs at me because he says, because the reason why I don't snack is because I want to not be fat.
Yeah.
But I won't give up beer because I've given up beer and it's really boring, right? And there's obviously loads of calories in beer. So I would rather have a beer.
Yeah, but
I'd rather have a beer than have the Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, but you make your choices, don't you? And that's the choice you've said. I don't drink very much. I still vape, but I hardly drink. So I think you choose your vices. You choose what you want, but I don't. But I think it's really damaging to say to yourself, if I have a bag of Monster Munch, I'm going to have 7 or 8 bags.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't go on stage when the band got back together, and you wouldn't have said to me, "Yeah, I'm just going to forget all the words. As soon as I walk out on stage, I'm just going to go blank. I'm going to forget all the words." You were really confident, and you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
So you can do that in any aspect of life.
No, you can. You can. Do you? I've got like certain quirks, like. As you know,
Monster Munch Tuesday's one of them.
But so I've got loads better with food. My relationship with food's got loads better since I got hypnotised to, not be so scared of. Like it was the textures of food that made me almost vomit and stuff. But so when I make myself a pizza, homemade, I have a ham and cheese pizza, loads of ham, and I cut it, loads of ham, loads of pepper, right? But I won't put basil on it, right? If we go any other time I have a pizza, if you made me a pizza, you put basil in the sauce because it's nice, right?
Yeah.
But Kerry says, why don't you, when you make yourself a pizza, because even I make all the family pizza sometimes, and Kerry does all the other cooking, and she does some fucking amazing dinners. But I do the pizza because I enjoy it, right? So I put basil in their pizza. I wouldn't even use the same spoon for me. I like basil, but it reminds me of being a kid. The taste of it without the basil gives me this reminder of being a kid.
Yeah.
So that's why I make it that way, because I want it exactly like
how you had it as a kid.
How I had it as a kid. Is that weird?
No, of course not.
There's like a warmth to it.
Yeah. And in a very similar vein, my dad, who was brought up in India, used to make a chicken biryani. And I used to have it all the time when I was around his house, and I didn't live with my dad, but when I used to go and stay at my dad's, we'd have chicken biryani. Our Sunday dinner would be chicken biryani, where everyone else was having a roast, we'd be having chicken biryani. But it was how he made it, not how you'd buy it in an Indian restaurant, because that's not the same as how you would have it if you were in India. And it was just the most beautiful dish. I can still taste it now. And since he passed away, and there's no recipe, there's no record. I've got his recipe books, and everything's in there apart from this chicken biryani. He used to make it just by his head. And I've tried so many times.
Not his hands?
With his head. No, with his head. He made it. Stirred it with his head in the bowl, stirred that around a bit.
That's a talent in itself.
But it was beautiful, and I know of certain ingredients that went into it, and I've talked to a couple of his friends. Yeah, chicken was in it, and biryani. And there you go. But I've made it, and I've taken it to my brothers, because he's the only other person that remember what it tastes like. And we're, it's nearly there. There's something missing. And then I've spoken to some people I know that come from India.
Try this.
Try this, try that. And I've nearly got it, but I can't get it exactly right.
And if you made it this one time and you went, oh my God,
this is it.
That's how you'd make it forever, right?
Exactly that. And it would be for that reason. It would be, one, because it tastes amazing, but two, it takes me back to a real simpler time. I think taste transports, like music can transport you back. I think taste smells transport you back. Any sense will transport you back to a happier time. So if I could get that exactly right, any chicken biryani specialist, please do send in your chicken biryani recipes. It was a sweet taste to it, like a honey or a masala or something like. There was some real sweet taste to it.
I think I know what it would have been.
Go on.
Like whatever hair wax he was using.
I knew you were going to go.
No, whatever hair wax he was using.
With that from his head.
When he's doing it.
When he's cooking it with his head, That'd be what it is.
So Kerry's a really, really good cook, right? So she does most of the cooking indoors, right? So, but something that she'd done before, she cooked me this... Oh my God, she cooked this lasagna, and it was fucking unbelievable. Best lasagna I'd ever tried. And I've been to loads of places and had like some really, really good restaurant meals, and I always get lasagna, right? And I said to her, this is the fucking best meal you've ever made. This is incredible. But I said, you need to write down exactly what she went. I have no idea what I did. She went, I just chucked it all in. And I was like, but do you know exactly? And I was sitting there and I was like, no, but do you know like how much cayenne pepper and how much this and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, no, she was like, no, I just did it. I was like, and then she done it again, then like a couple of weeks later, and it was still really, really nice, but there was this taste missing, whatever the taste was. And I say to her all the time, please remember what it was that you put in this certain lasagna. And it's like that thing. If she found it again, I'd be like, please tell me you remember what you did this
time. What was the velocity of the salt shaker when you shook it?
No, because I don't measure stuff out. Like when I cook a mince, and Kerry laughs at me because some of the mince that I make, I love the taste. And yet again, that's a kid thing, because I used to make it as a kid. And
like a bolognese.
I make a bolognese, but I actually put... oxtail soup goes in my bolognese.
Okay.
Yeah, which you wouldn't normally put.
No, but I can see that working.
Oxtail soup goes in it. Beans go in my bolognese.
Yeah, I can see that working. I think I've done that before. Bacon.
I don't put bacon in my bolognese, but but yet again,
Marmite is good in bolognese.
Kerry's put Marmite in my bolognese, and it's very good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I put bay leaves in it. And it gives it like this, like really nice bay leaf flavour.
Do you know what I put in mine?
Go on.
Only on a Tuesday. Monster Munch.
Yeah. Monster Munch Tuesday.
I bet that would taste nice, actually.
That would be good, wouldn't
Save
it?
the onions, just chuck some pickled onion Monster Munch in. Do you know what I told you about that time where I went to a pub in Wickford and I had a chicken bacon burger? I must have told you this.
Don't know.
It was a frazzle. Like an actual crisp.
Yes, no, it
was a chicken in a bun with 2 frazzles on top.
Was it?
I was like, what the fuck?
Was it good, though?
Yeah, but I don't know whether they run out of bacon and thought I was stupid.
Yeah.
But it was like, it kind of worked, but... Yeah,
it had obviously a nice crunch to it.
It did have a nice crunch to it. It was all right. You told me to remind you about Yorkshire pudding.
Well, yeah, so much like the beans, and so when you have a roast...
Yeah.
And you have Yorkshire puddings...
Yeah.
On the plate... Off the plate.
What do you mean on the plate? I get Karen to put my Sunday dinner on a plate, and then I ask for the Yorkshire puddings to be on the floor. Of course they're on the plate.
My Yorkshire puddings go on a side plate.
Your Yorkshire puddings when we go to pubs are full of your Sunday dinner because they're the same size as the plate.
That's different, right? So if I'm having a Yorkshire, like a giant Yorkshire pudding, I will put the mash and the meat in it, right? But if I'm not having a giant Yorkshire pudding, I will do the roast. I'll put my gravy all over the dinner.
Yeah.
And then, much like the toast and the beans and the I pick up the Yorkshire pudding almost like it's a cake.
Yeah.
I pick up the Yorkshire pudding and then I go, bit of chicken, bit of mash.
Yeah, and then eat it like that.
Eat like that. Because I don't want it to go really soggy.
When I was, you might remember this, Joe, I was DJing at what was the band? Busted. I was DJing for that Busted gig. So backstage there's always a food area where staff, roadies, stars or whatever get their food, and it's normally a truck type catering. And they had Yorkshire pudding wraps, and it was basically Sunday dinner at a Yorkshire pudding wrap. It was beautiful.
Yeah, no,
I love them.
That was there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I tell you where you might. No, I think you had it at Destination Lakeside.
The Christmas market, yeah.
The Christmas market.
Was it there?
Destination Lakeside.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, because I went there. I went there once with you, and I went there this year
In their food truck.
Yeah,
yes,
I went to the ice skating and stuff.
It was. Yes.
Yeah, and
Yorkshire pudding in with Sunday dinner inside it.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that was gorgeous.
I love that, but I also I do actually agree with you, Scott.
What?
My Yorkshire pudding has to live off the plate until I eat it.
Yeah,
do you like the gravy on it? I put gravy in my Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, but not around it.
No, but that's fine, because if it's on your plate and it's swimming in the gravy and you're not eating it yet, the gravy's like making it go soggy.
Corrodes it.
Yeah. Whereas if you pick it up and then put a little bit of gravy on it with the mash, it's still got hard form.
Yeah. This is very interesting.
Have we said any of the things that?
Yeah, deciding what's for tea every single day. We've covered pretty much all food sources.
No, but we haven't. No, but so
we've worked out that Joe Kinch has dippy bread in runny egg and then brushes his teeth with his Hannah Montana toothbrush. We've learned that.
No, but what I want to talk about that, I feel sorry for Kerry at dinner time, because we've got so me and Cavan eat meat.
Yeah.
Kerry eats meat.
Yeah.
And the twins are vegetarian and Brendan's vegetarian. So you've got 3 vegetarians and 3 people that eat like normal people. Right? But Brendan's a really fussy vegetarian, so he doesn't actually like much things that are vegetarian.
If any vegans want to get back in, just cancel the Patreon.
Yeah, just cancel. I didn't say anything about vegans, actually.
If you're a vegetarian,
because they're mental.
just cancel the Patreon account. It's fine. That'll get to him. But hit him where it hurts.
But you've got KD.
Send him Monster Munch. Send him boxes of Monster Munch.
You've got KD, who's really, really fussy. You've got Bobby's actually a pescatarian, so she likes fish. So on certain days, Kerry will have to cook at like 5 different times. So I might have my dinner at 5 o'clock. She'll cook Cavan's dinner fresh when he gets home at 6 o'clock. Brendan sometimes gets home from work at 10 o'clock at night, and 9 times out of 10 she'll have prepared something for him to warm up or whatever. And then she cooks for herself. She's just constantly cooking different foods, unless like sometimes she does a vegetarian. I've told you this, haven't I?
Yeah.
The vegetarian bake, and I'm such a fucking child. So she does this vegetarian bake. This is the first time she's done it, and she said, "I think we should be vegetarian 3 times a week." And I said, "Fuck off! I'm not being a vegetarian 3 times a week. I'm not vegetarian. Why am I being punished? I like meat." And so I kicked off before I tried this really like lovely meal that she had prepared.
Using meat substitute. Using like corn.
No. Right, no, I would. Because if it's not chicken, don't give me it.
Yeah.
Right, like, don't give me something that looks like chicken, tastes fuck all.
So this is like made out of vegetables. And not pretending to be something.
Yeah, this is vegetable sauce.
Yeah, it's not pretending to be anything.
No.
It's not going, hello, I'm a chicken.
You're not, because you taste like a shoe. No, so this was a vegetable pasta.
Right, okay,
right?
yeah.
And I said, I'm not doing it. I refuse. I'm point blank not doing it. Right. So she made it. It was fucking delicious. Really, really good. And I was like, I'm going to have to apologise for kicking off. I could do this once a week.
Yeah.
So that's the only time. And I think she wanted to do that, one, because it's nice to not eat meat sometimes for your indigestion and stuff. Digestion, not indigestion. But actually, she can actually make one massive dish and not have to be...
Yeah, that's the one thing we can do. There's two things we can have. I mean, we use HelloFresh and stuff that me and Karen have. And the kids probably help themselves to a load of beige food out of the freezer if we're having a HelloFresh. But the one thing, and we do this a couple of times a week, there's probably two actually. Spaghetti bolognese is one that we can all eat. Pasta baked spaghetti, but anything like that we can all eat. And I make a chicken and mushroom pie, which is actually stunning.
Yeah, you've told me it's stunning.
It's stunning. And
so if you left the mushrooms out of that, I'd eat that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a chicken and mushroom pie, though, would it? It would just be a chicken pie.
Yeah, but chicken...
I could use pretend mushrooms that look like mushrooms.
What's wrong with a chicken? Why couldn't you make me a chicken pie?
Mushrooms are nice. I like mushrooms, and so does my family, and you're not here. So we generally don't go, shall I not put mushrooms in because Scott doesn't like them? Because somebody will say to me, no, Scott's not here. And I'd go, I know, but I'm thinking about him, and I don't want to eat.
But you know, like when you come round and I made you a pizza, I said, what do you want on your pizza? And I made you a pizza.
Yeah.
So,
and if you came round for dinner, I wouldn't cook a chicken and mushroom pie because you don't like mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking stupid. I'd make something else.
No.
Or I'd make you a chicken pie.
But no, exactly. Why are you telling me how good your chicken and mushroom pie is, but I'm never going to get to experience it? Why another day? Why wouldn't you not make me a chicken pie?
I'll make you a chicken pie one day. Just do exactly the same thing and take the mushrooms out.
No, don't take the mushrooms out. Don't put the mushrooms in.
I'll replace them with Monster Munch.
And Stacey.
I'll put Monster Munch.
No, it's the Kevin and Stacey scene where he says, I'll have his chips. But no, listen, don't play it out. What I want you to do, have you seen this? It's fucking brilliant.
Okay, well, that was good. They want us to talk about cups of tea, but I actually don't think we've got time.
No, we have got time.
But it was not how to make tea. That's not what they want to know. We know how to make tea.
No, we don't.
You've told us all.
No,
I'm not doing tea.
No, wait, just very quickly for the people that are listening that might be doing it wrong.
Every time I make you a cup of tea, you criticise it. I'm surprised they even bother making tea.
But it's just, I say it every week. You made a really good cup of tea today, but there was just half of it. There was just half a cup of tea.
It's because I have mine milkier than you, so I don't put as much water in. I keep forgetting when I make
the mushrooms thing. Just fucking put more. Don't be selfish. But anyway.
Why is a good cup of tea the solution to so many problems, no matter how big or small?
Because it's... One, I think, if someone comes round and they've got something that's happened that they're really sad about, you going... Let's go and have a cup of tea.
Let's put a kettle on.
Yeah, let's put the kettle on. There's something in it, like you know that you're going to be there for them, going to talk to them, and like the process of making the tea, it's a distraction as well.
Yeah,
and then the sitting down and it's not about the tea. It's about the time that you're going to spend with them. There's
probably in tea calming agents. There must be a calming agent to calm you down. You've obviously got the caffeine that kick your heart up, right? You know, the beats and that. But there is a calming... I can't even remember what the word is. There is something in tea that's calming, like an antioxidant.
Yeah.
And it calms the body down. So I think there is some kind of, not medicinal, but there's a biological reason why drinking tea will make you feel calmer. But I think you're right. I think brewing it, waiting, let the tea bag.
If you're making it right.
If you're making it right. Chucking a load of milk in there. But I think making tea is actually quite therapeutic as well, because it takes your mind off whatever you're thinking about. You're now making a cup of tea. So you're occupying yourself.
But it's a distraction. So say you're the person that's come round, you've got, and I go, do you know what, you look like you need a chat. Come on, I'll make you a cup of tea. Whilst I'm making you a cup of tea, I'm still engaging.
Yeah.
But because I'm not like hyper-focused on you, I can ask some difficult questions without looking at you.
Yeah.
I go, so what is going on then? Blah, blah, blah.
Should we do some role play?
Yeah, well, and then can you make...
I will be the tea maker. You come in with the problem.
Okay, but in post-production...
Yeah, I'm going to make some... Oh, no, I do it properly. So... Oh, mate, you all right?
I'm all right. Yeah.
You want to have a chat? Let me put a kettle on. I'll put a kettle on. What's going on? What's going on?
What the fuck are you doing with that? You're doing it wrong. You're fucking doing it wrong.
It's an invisible teacup. How am I doing it wrong?
You're doing it wrong.
What's going on? What's going on?
I do this podcast with this guy.
Right.
And I want to branch out on my own. And
right.
And the problem is I don't know how to tell him. Oh. And yeah, I just have you got any advice?
Do you want some Monster Munch? Yeah, I can see how that would work. I just think having cups of tea is... I mean, watch EastEnders. That's all they do. Murder happens, they have a cup of tea.
No. Half the time, but because this makes me laugh about soap operas. So half the time it will be, let's put the kettle on. But I've never seen anyone in actual real life drink whiskey... Like pour a whiskey. Unless it's like EastEnders, Coronation Street... And
suits,
yes, right?
Literally. Yeah.
Whatever happened,
they would whiskey.
They would pour whiskey, and drink it. Nick, how many times have you seen anyone in real life go, "Oh, so and so's just died"?
Whiskey, and Dallas and Dynasty, as well. Good, I enjoyed that. That was a whole episode
how to make
about
a perfect cup of tea.
We've done beans on toast.
How to make a perfect cup of tea.
We've got to go.
Right, no, by the way, I'm not going. You're not going. I'll do this bit on my own.
Go on then.
How to make a perfect cup of tea. As follows. If you disagree, email. You boil the kettle. You put the tea bag in a dry cup.
What, you don't fill the kettle up first?
Shut up. Boil the kettle with water in it. You use a clean cup, dry cup. You put the sweeteners, if you're using them, you put the sugar in if you're having it. Tea bag. If you've got a hot tap like me, you don't need to boil the kettle.
Sorry, you putting the sugar in with the tea bag?
Yes.
That's wrong.
No, it's not. If it's a wet cup, then obviously not, because obviously you'd stick to the beer, would go. But I don't use sugar. I use sweeteners, so they're dry.
If you use sugar, I wouldn't. I'd do the sugar at the end.
Yeah. But I don't.
It'll just get mangled up in the tea bag.
So you are correct, but I don't use. I use sweeteners. So I go sweeteners, tea bag, water, boiling hot water. Leave it.
3 minutes.
Leave it for 2 to 3 minutes.
Didn't we ring Yorkshire Tea once and ask them this on the radio?
Yeah.
It was 3 minutes.
The only problem with the 3 minutes is by the time you get the tea...
Cold.
It's not cold, but it's not as warm as you'd like it. So I'd say 2 minutes is the optimum, right? So you don't need to stir it, by the way. You can just leave it. When you get to the 2 minutes, stir it. Take that tea bag out.
You're pressing it against the sides?
You're not meant to, actually. No. You're not meant to. But, old habits. Like I burn my thumb a little bit. I press it with my thumb. Yeah. Get rid of that bad boy. Then you milk the tea to how you want it coloured.
Yeah.
Now, people that are doing it wrong, right, so if you are, that's perfect tea. If you are putting the tea bag in cold milk, you're a fucking psychopath. You're a psychopath. Yeah. Because the tea bag's now not going to work.
Yeah.
Because the way the infusing works is the hot water.
No, I understand that.
Right, so that's not going to...
Karen doesn't understand that, but I do understand that.
You're not going to get... You're almost like already doing it wrong, and like you might have to put like 4 tea bags in there to get it to work. So that's the worst way to do it. If you are brewing it and then just before you take the tea bag out, put the milk in, it's not correct, but you'll still get a decent cup of tea.
Yeah.
Because the tea bag's already done its job.
Yeah.
And then, because what Sean from 5 says, he's had 2 mentions today, he says, what if you go too far with the milk and then you haven't got the colour that you want and the tea bag's already got... And I go, the tea bag's not going to work after the milk goes in anyway, so you're better off just taking that bad boy out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good advice. It's good advice. Scott with 2 T's.
So when do you dip your Monster Munch into the tea?
On our radio show, have a teapot, which was last used. The only other person to use this teapot, apart from Chris and Scott, was the Queen of England.
Was the Queen of England?
Camilla at that time, but now since then, the Queen of England.
Yeah.
So just say the levels. There's levels.
That's the levels.
That's the levels we aspire to.
Yeah.
Good. Right, let's lock in. What was the actual word? Tea time. Let's lock in tea time to the 8 set of men.
It must be tea time now. That's fucking ages.
Right, tea time is locked into the 8 set of men, and we need a celebrity. Oh, don't forget to do the subscribing. I know we said it at the beginning, but if you haven't done it yet, subscribe, reviews.
Yes,
say to them, oh my God, never heard such a great podcast on Beans on Toast, Hannah Montana Toothbrushes and Monster Munch. It's the best one ever.
Is this bit still on?
Yeah, we're still here.
Or is this bit on the bit that...
No, this is everybody. This is free.
This is free.
This is free content.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you can get your reviews in and subscribe on YouTube, that would be amazing. If you want to hear the other bits that we talked about earlier, which is how
they're on the Patreon.
On the Patreon, which you can go and sort out now. It's like another little bonus episode for you. That's 3 a week. What is going on?
Wow.
At Facebook, we're on Insta, YouTube, TikTok. At
Insta, you are so fucking cool.
Insta, it's written down. Insta, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. A to Z of Men Pod. Patreon is patreon.com/A to Z of Men Pod. And the email is chrisandscottuk@gmail.com. It's written down for me.
Down. Well done.
So, T.
What about Tom Selleck?
Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Yeah. Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Okay. Is it? I think it's me to go first.
Tom Cruise. Scott to go first. Scott, Joe, Chris, go.
It's time for the name game.
Tom Cruise. He likes dancing. That's Tom Moves.
It's very good.
Me?
Yeah.
Tom Cruise likes a nice drink. That's Tom Booze.
Oh, good. Tom Cruise. It's 9 o'clock. You're up to date. That's Tom News.
Hey.
Tom Cruise. I don't know what this is. He likes gardening. That's Tom Muse. Like a muse.
Yeah.
Don't know whether it's got to do with gardening, but
I love how you completely
the garden. Yeah.
I love how you completely flipped what you were just going to say. Tom Cruise doesn't always win. That's Tom Lose.
Tom Cruise going out in the garden in the wet with Tom Shoes. Tom Shoes.
Tom Cruise. He likes electricals. That's Tom Fuse.
Ooh. Tom Cruise falls asleep. That's Tom Snooze.
That's good. Tom Cruise gets a mark on his body after he knocks it. That's Tom Bruise.
Oh,
that's good.
God, I think that might have got me. Hang on. Tom Cruise, he likes roofing. That's Tom Roofs.
I think it's a little bit similar to last week.
Is it though?
Roofs and Cruise.
You're doing orange.
No, it doesn't. No, it actually does rhyme more than last week.
I'm having
it's
it.
better than last week.
Yeah,
I'm having it.
All right. Tom Cruise doing a bit of DIY. That's Tom Screws.
Ooh, Tom Cruise. He's got to pick between the two. That's Tom Choose.
Oh my God. Oh, Tom Cruise. He works with horses. That's Tom Hooves.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise loves a cup of tea. That's Tom Bruise.
Yeah.
That's quite fitting as well with our podcast.
No.
Tom Cruise. Someone hit him. That's Tom Bruise.
I've done Bruce.
Done that.
Okay, so
Joe wins.
Joe wins.
Hey,
Oh my
Joe.
God, it's about time.
Joe kicks
Well done.
everybody.
It feels like I've never won.
It feels like that. I couldn't think of any more. I did have one, and then I couldn't
I
remember what
hate
it was.
when you've got one and then someone says something.
No, I had one, and I literally went. By the time he got back to me, it had gone.
That was a bloody good word.
Yeah,
it was.
It was a good one. Tom Cruise.
I know we haven't got loads of time today,
Yeah.
but I did have an idea, and I just thought I'd put it past you now on the podcast. So I woke up with this idea earlier.
I woke up with this idea earlier.
It's not as catchy.
No.
Woke up today with this
rhyme
idea earlier.
Doesn't rhyme as well. Stick to what you got.
Well, no. So as part of that game, I thought you could do, and this was just a silly thing that I thought, and you could do it every week, or you could just do it every now and again.
Or Patreon.
Yeah, or on Patreon. And it's, so whatever letter it is, so you go through people's names, male or female, take turns. so it's T.
Yeah.
So you'd go
Tina Turner.
No. You don't have to do the whole name. So you just go like Tina, Tom, Toby.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And whoever drops out, and you have a winner for that as well.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah,
but I thought we could do that.
That could be on the Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll
do that.
It's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that. We'll do that next week on the Patreon. Write that down, Joe. Email Chris and Scott UK. No, just Chris and Scott at gmail.com, and then A to Z of Men. But it's Chris and Scott UK, isn't it, on Gmail?
Chris and Scott UK at gmail.com.
It's Chris and Scott. You've written it down wrong there, Joe. So, self-editing.
It is UK, yeah.
It's Chris and Scott UK at gmail.com.
Oof.
Insta, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, 8 to the Men Pod, and Patreon is 8 to the Men Pod too. There you go. Letter T wrapped up. We're back for you next week. TSTU. For umbilical cord.
Unicorn.
Unicorns. Umbrella.
Under my umbrella. Drinking
under the covers. They've done word sentences.
Yeah.
Could be something like that.
Yeah, they've cheated a little bit.
They have done a little bit. We'll find out next week on the
8 to Z of Men.